It was the early 1800s, and Napoleon Bonaparte had conquered much of Europe, led armies to victory across vast battlefields, and crowned himself Emperor of the French. But nothing in his military campaigns prepared him for the single most humiliating ambush of his life, at the paws of hundreds of fluffy bunnies. Yes, you read that right. Rabbits. This peculiar event took place after the signing of the Treaty of Tilsit in 1807. Napoleon and his generals, full of post-war cheer, decided to celebrate the peace with a grand event, a rabbit hunt. A relaxing afternoon, a bit of countryside leisure. What could go wrong? Napoleon's chief of staff, Alexandre Berthier, was put in charge of organizing the festivities. Rather than rely on unpredictable wild rabbits, Berthier, ever the efficient administrator, purchased hundreds, possibly even thousands, of tame rabbits from local farmers. He had them placed in cages along the field, ready to be released when the emperor and his entourage arrived. The plan was simple. The cages would open, the rabbits would scatter, and Napoleon would lead the hunt like the noble hero he fancied himself to be. But the rabbits had other ideas. As soon as they were released, they did not dash away in fear. Instead, these domesticated fluffballs, thinking it was lunchtime, hopped directly towards Napoleon and his men. Dozens of them, then hundreds, then possibly 1,000 hungry bunnies stampeding toward the French elite. At first, there were chuckles. How adorable! Then came confusion, then mild panic. The rabbits swarmed the hunting party, climbing up boots, swarming over uniforms, and nibbling at sword belts and frock coats. Napoleon, bemused and then alarmed, tried to bat them away with his riding crop, but they were relentless. The Emperor of France, conqueror of kingdoms, was being overrun by a fluffy horde. The Imperial Guard tried to intervene, carriages were called. Some accounts even claim that Napoleon fled to his coach in retreat, rabbits still bouncing along behind him like a trail of enthusiastic fans. The Great Bunny Offensive came to an end only when the rabbits lost interest, or perhaps were corralled by handlers. But the damage had been done. No wounds, no bloodshed. Just one of history's most surreal defeats. In the grand tale of Napoleon's rise and fall, this absurd episode is rarely mentioned in the history books. But for one glorious afternoon, the might of Europe's greatest military leader was no match for a determined army of fuzzy, domesticated bunnies. And that, my friend, is how rabbits nearly took down Napoleon Bonaparte.